Hey everybody, I'm going to be talking about Mariel. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I mean, if you want to correct me about the name, pronunciation of the name, feel free to call me out on it. I'm pretty cool with that. And I actually got her after I beat the game, surprisingly. I mean, I ended up beating the game with Prey. So I actually beat the game with this guy right here. Yeah, so I beat the game with this guy. However, so if you don't have her, it is possible to beat the game without her. I mean, however, she is a huge help. I mean, even as a 4-star, she helps out tremendously with healing your party and everything, especially this Cure Leaf. So, I mean, restores all party members, just so it heals them a little bit, and then it restores all their statuses. I mean, in this game, especially later on, I mean, there's a lot of status effects being thrown at your heroes, and this ability is it's tremendous to have this ability, because it's just a huge help to be able to get rid of all those negative status effects. And then the other ability that I use personally is this Healing Aroma. It's really nice because it heals your party, quite a bit. I mean, like 800 to 1,000 points. And then the regen is another 200 to 300. So it's easily, 1K, you're getting 1K heals all the time, which is really awesome, especially for those tougher fights. And then I like to throw an Aurora Force in there. It lasts 2 turns. However, there are a few cases where my party is being hit hard, and they do need that, extra type resistance because there's there's like this big damaging attack coming, and then this ability is nice to have some extra protection against that attack that's about to come. And then she does have a few other abilities as well. She has the Shining Arrow. I personally don't use it. I mean, even though it's low MP, mana points, I don't use it personally. I mean, if you feel like your team is really struggling on DPS, I mean, you can go ahead and use it if you're going to survive the, boss's attacks. Or you can even use a Refresh Leap. I mean, that extra speed, does come in handy. If you feel like your party members are lacking in speed, definitely give that a go. And then, just being able to attack the enemies first makes a huge difference. So, give that a go if you feel like your party's lacking in speed, and you'll be pretty surprised, how much of a difference attacking the enemy first is. And then that Healing Herb, I mean, I personally don't use it because I think Cure Leaf is obviously better, because it also restores status effects, so that's why I don't bother with Healing Herb at all. And I think it's the first healing ability that you get anyway. So her healing abilities actually make sense, as you, get unlocked skills later on. It makes sense to replace the earlier ones, but not every hero's like that, because especially Loquito, I mean, he has a lot of high MP attacks. So he drains his MP really fast. However, if you want him to last longer, then, you're more than welcome to use the lower MP attacks. And it still does quite a few. It still does a lot of damage. And then overall her stats, they're not maxed out at 5 stars. So, they're pretty average right now. Oh, yeah, and the other thing I want to point out is if you feel like your healers aren't healing a lot, or you feel like they're lagging behind the rest of your party members, make sure that their weapon is updated to the most current weapon, because a healer's healing amount in this game is determined by, how much weapon damage it does, like how much magic or whatnot. It has to be the most current weapon to be able to heal higher in this game. That's what I found out. I didn't find that out until end of the game, so if you're watching this video before the end of the game, that's definitely going to give you a huge advantage. So her ability board, I am hoarding 13 AP right now because I need those chant scripts and those tomes, and I have not gotten them at all. So I'm sitting here in the 4-star tree, just hoarding up my points, and I think, yep, okay. So I did start going into, I did start putting points, more points than I should have in this tree. Just because, it's the end of the game. It's past the end of the game. I'm fighting very hard mode dungeons right now. And I don't know when. I think I needed to put points. I just needed to make her a little bit better in order to get these, in order to farm these books and these chant scripts down here. So the little bit, I probably might even end up maxing out this tree, to be honest, because it's past the end of the game and everything, so I might as well just put 4 points in there and then just max out this tree later on. But I don't know if it's the same as Loquito and Xion, so I'm just gonna save these points actually right now, and then just wait till I get those extra items that I need to see what this tree is like down here before I put those points in. But yeah, if you have any questions, just just let me know, and I will get them answered for you in the comments below. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.